First full day in Tucson. Just thoughts on the session. How are the boys today?
Tired. No, it's good. It's good to get some nice weather, and I think spirits are high. Everybody's excited to get a tan on. Good weather, good fields, and motivated to work. You need that because we obviously have a shorter preseason this year. We have a big game looming, so we need everybody to be focused right away. And it's been good in Seattle already, and we've carried that over, so that's great. Hopefully, we can get a good session this afternoon. Work hard, but work smart, and make sure we don't pick up any injuries.
Looking at your positional group, you look like you're flying around out there, feeling good. How are the young guys coming together? How are you doing? How's the group cohesion-wise developing it? Although it's early days.
We have a good mix. From a goalkeeper's perspective, we have a few young guys, but they've practiced with the squad for a while now, so they know what's expected, and Tommy leads the group really well. So we have a high standard, and so there's no issues there. And I think it's also good. We have veterans on the squad on the field, and then we have some young guys who were able to get some experience last year, in the Christian Roldans and players like that. So we have that middle class, if you will, that can kind of help the young guys, and they can still relate to the young guys, if you will. So I think it's good. And then, for young guys, it's always this is maybe your first preseason, you're extremely motivated, you want to show your stuff. So there's never an issue. But I think we have a good mix, and like I said, we're all highly motivated. So far, so good.
How's the group overall coming together? A little bit of a shorter preseason than traditional years, with 3 weeks before a Champions League match. So shorter runway to kind of maybe get where you guys want to go to in terms of cohesion and everything else and tactics. But so far, early impressions of camp in the group?
Yeah, good. It's I think we still are pretty early on, so we want to make sure we have the fitness level that we need to be able to go 90 minutes. And obviously, we're going to get some practice games in where we can hopefully build the guys up to get to that 90. But it's still early stage. Like I said, at this point, I think just from surveying the group, you want to see a highly motivated group, and that's what we have. There's no moaning, there's nothing like that going on. We're doing everything that's asked of us, and our coaches, we trust them, trainers as well. We know that they know what's up, and so if we just follow their lead, we'll be in good shape. So far so good, and once we have that fitness level, I think we'll get more into tactical things, and we have our touches back, then we can kind of see how we can really operate on how to build out of the back and things like that.
We spoke to Andreas earlier about getting a look at Vancouver and Portland so early in preseason next week with those two games coming up. Just thoughts on facing the big Cascadia Rivals so early on in preseason, and what do you expect out of those games in the early going?
It's funny because talking to Nelson or Andreas, they come in from Europe. They're baffled by us playing against not only teams from our league, but actually our rivals. He said, or they're saying that in Germany, if you had a locker room close to Dortmund, Bayern sharing a locker room, they'd probably kill each other. So it's unique for them, but they're good sides, and so I think it gives us a good measuring stick of where we're at. It allows us to prepare for the season, and also for that big game, that big CONCACAF game.